Huckins. I'm Maxwell and this is my 14th year at camp. Thanks for joining me while we make beaded bumblebees today. Just a reminder of the materials you need. You'll need some gimp, any color works, beads, preferably pony beads, but anything works that fits over the gimp, a pair of scissors, and a bumblebee pattern. We'll supply this so you guys can just download it right off of this. When you're cutting the gimp, you want to make sure that you measure it from your fingertips to your opposite shoulder and then fold it in half. That way you have plenty of length and you don't have to add any at the end, which is always annoying. So then you cut it. Once you have your looped end, you're going to tie it. Just a simple knot, anything works, just to make sure that you have a little bit of a loop at the end, but then you have the two free ends to work with. Once you're following the pattern, you're gonna start with the loop end up here. So the first line has one bead. So you're gonna add one bead to one side of the string. You're gonna make sure it's all the way up by the loop. And then you're gonna take the other end and you're gonna put it the opposite way through the bead. And you're gonna feed it all the way through so that you can tie it, pull it tight, just like that. And then the next line has three different beads. The first bead is black. So I'm gonna add one black bead to this side. The next one is orange in the pattern, but I'm gonna use yellow because it's a bumblebee. And then one more black. So you're making sure that all three of them are on the same string to start. So once again, you're gonna pull it all the way to the end, just like that. And you're gonna take the opposite string, the one that didn't already go through the beads, and you're gonna put it through on the opposite end. Then you're gonna feed it all the way through and pull it tight just like you did on the first one. The more you do, the easier it flattens out, so don't worry if it's a little curly Q at the beginning. It'll work great. So then, you keep following the pattern just like that, and then you stop right before you get to the wings. Now that you're right before the wings, you have to do a special thing to make sure that you get a loop that'll look like this. So, the first wing has 11 beads, and I have it gray on here, but I used white. So I'm gonna add 11 white beads to one side of the string. Once you have all 11 beads on the string, you're gonna take the same string. So before we've been using the opposite strings, but this time we're gonna take the same string. You're gonna separate the 10 from 1. So you have 10 and then just the first one, and you're gonna put the gimp right back through only the first one. And you're gonna make sure to keep the first one tight to the black, otherwise it's gonna be harder to cinch closed. So you're just gonna keep cinching, and then you have your first wing. You're gonna do that on each side, and then you can continue working through the pattern just as you've been doing. And if you wanna add a second wing, you'll do it after the next row. So, once you're at your final line, you need to end it. So, what I like to do, it's just a simple knot, super easy. Tie it once, but then make sure to tie it twice because the gimp is a little slippery, so you just want to make sure that you don't lose all your beads. And usually just 2 knots works great. So then you'll have this. So thank you for joining me for beaded bumblebees today. Feel free to put it on a keychain or any little hook. You can even just like use a carabiner or some little clip. I always put them on my backpack, super cute, maybe even your water bottle. So post a photo of where you like to put yours or what kind of animal you decided to make, if not a bumblebee. Thanks for joining us and have an Ellie day.